Hi, my name is Stephanie McIntosh, and I'll actually be informing you today about shaken baby syndrome. Now, I actually know this information from my job. I actually have certifications in shaken baby syndrome. Um, Now, I'm going to tell you today what shaken baby syndrome is and also how it occurs, signs and symptoms, the serious signs, and the less serious signs, and also tips for soothing your baby. Now, first of all, what is SBS, which is shaken baby syndrome? In 1972, John Caffey actually called it whiplash shaken baby syndrome because of the whiplash motion. So what it is actually is whenever the baby is shaked, whenever it's shaked, the head comes towards the chest and to the back. Now what it is actually is whenever the baby, its brain is not fully developed yet, so the skull is actually much bigger than your brain. So whenever that whiplash motion comes, it actually bounces the brain inside the skull, which actually disconnects veins, ruptures veins, etc., which causes internal bleeding, and then also it will put pressure, which can bleed behind the retina, which can cause blindness also. Now, also it can cause brain damage, brain swelling, cerebral palsy, developmental delays, and death, paralyze, etc. Now here is, actually, make it easy to see. Right here will be the less serious. It will be decreased muscle tone, it will be extreme irritability, decreased appetite or vomiting, grab type bruises on the shoulder, etc., which is very, very rare. No smiling or vocalization, poor sucking or swallowing, and rigidity or posturing. Now, the more serious would be difficulty breathing, seizures, head or forehead appears larger than usual, soft spot bulging, which is because of the pressure of the bleeding in the brain, actually, and inability to suck or swallow, inability to lift head, inability of eyes to focus on movement, or pupils are unequal sizes. Now, what we can do to prevent it is we can always, if we feel overwhelmed from the baby crying, because the number one reason why children are shaken is because they get irritated, frustrated. Now, what makes the force so strong is because they're angry at the baby, and it actually, if you ever heard of the term tenfold, well, it's tenfold, multiplied tenfold is the force. So that's actually, a baby can't get it from just falling, they can get it from that extra force shake, because it'll actually disconnect the veins, and it'll have permanent brain damage, which you can never get back. Now, you can always try to feed the baby, to soothe the baby. You can always listen and respond to infants' cries quickly. Now, you can always make a list to try to help you to see how and what you need to do to try to calm down that baby, and try to see what you've already done and try to see what you can do. And if it still doesn't work, then take your time, and if you're stressed out, put them in that playpen or the crib and step away and take you, 20 minutes, not 20 minutes, 20 seconds, sorry, to take a breath, to calm down. And, well, that's pretty much it. I've told you tips for soothing an upset baby. I told you what shaken baby syndrome is and what causes it. And I think that's about it. I will talk to you later in the next speech.